Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Sa puntong ito ay kikilalanin natin ang mga mag-aaral sa ikatlong baitang pangkatrosas sa kanilang ipinamalas na kagalingan sa pag-aaral mula una ikalawang markahan ngayong taong panuruan. Unahin natin ang natatanging talento at kakayahan mula sa pagganap sa iba't ibang gawaing pagkatuto. Best in Sock Puppet Making, Jessie D.G. Robion, Ruby Jane B. Gonzaga, and Giancarlo L. Pablo. Best Puppeteer goes to Yuko Elsevier G. Rivera. Best in Making Flashcard, Mark Adriel M. Nosete. Best in Making Scrapbook, Mark Adriel M. Nosete. Best in Reciting Multiplication Table goes to Jessie D.G. Robion. Best in PE Performance Video Presentation, Crazy Rose D. Torres and Ruby Jane B. Gonzaga. Best in Audio Reporting, Giancarlo L. Pablo. Bigyan naman natin ng pagkilala ang ipinakitang gilas ng mga mag-aaral na achievers sa unang markahan ngayong taong panuruan. Academic Achiever, basahin ko po ang nilalaman ng sertipiko na igagawad sa kanila. Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, Region 4A Calabarzon, Division of Antipolo City, District 2E, Sapinit Elementary School, Sitio Sapinit, Barangay San Juan, Antipolo City, Rizal, award this Certificate of Recognition to as an achiever from Grade 3 Rosas, recognizing his excellent efforts and achievements in modular learning during first grading in Sapinit Elementary School and given this 13th day of April in the year 2021 in the first semester virtual recognition of the school year 2020 to 2021. Signed, Rosario R. Rosario, Advisor. Academic Achiever, Ayan Khan G. Atik or Riman. Jan Cyrus S. Didal, Mark Adriel M. Nosete, Giancarlo L. Pablo, Yuko Elsevier G. Rivera, Samantha V. Del Oro, Ruby Jane B. Gonzaga, Mariel F. Huit, Princess Jaira M. Hanirol, Christine Angeline E. Mendoza, Maria Janique E. Pasion, Crazy Rose D. Torres. Ngayon naman ay bigyan natin ng pagpupugay ang mag-aaral na nagpapamalas ng kagalingan. Kilalanin natin sila bilang achievers sa ikalawang markahan. Academic Achiever, ito po ang nilalaman ng sertipiko, Department of the Philippines, Republic of Education, Region 4A Calabarzon, Division of Antipolo City, District 2E, Sapinit Elementary School, Sitio Sapinit, Barangay San Juan, Antipolo City, Rizal, award the Certificate of Recognition to as an achiever from Grade 3 Rosas, recognizing his excellent efforts and achievements in modular learning during second grading in Sapinit Elementary School. Given this 13th day of April in the year 2021, on the first semester virtual recognition of the school year 2020 to 2021. Signed, Rosario R. Rosario, Advisor. Academic Achiever, Jason T. Dagyo. Jan Cyrus S. Vidal. Mark Jello M. Garganta. Giancarlo L. Pablo. Jasmine Payong-Ayong. Yukob Elsevier G. Rivera. Samantha V. Del Oro. Mary Joyce M. Gonzaga. Ruby Jane B. Gonzaga. Marielle F. Huit. Princess Jaira M. Hanirol. Christine Angeline E. Mendoza. Franz Meg B. Orpilla. Maria Janique E. Pasyon. Bigyan natin ng pagpupugay ang mag-aaral na nagpamalas ng natatanging galing at talino. Basahin ko muli ang nilalaman ng sertipiko. Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, Region 4A, Calabarzon, Division of Antipolo City, District 2E. Award the Certificate of Recognition to being with honor pupil from Grade 3 Rosas, recognizing his excellent efforts and achievements in modular learning during second grading in Sapinit Elementary School, given this 13th day of April in the year 2021 on the first semester virtual recognition of the school year 2020 to 2021. Signed, Rosario R. Rosario, Advisor. With honors, Mark Adriel M. Nosete. And Chrissy Rose Torres. Kilalanin din natin ang mga magulang na walang sawang sumusuporta at nagsasakripisyo para sa pagkatuto ng mga mag-aaral ngayong taong panuruan. Mr. and Mrs. Baserdo, Mr. and Mrs. Jenaline Baserdo, Mr. and Mrs. Eugene B. Bailon, Mr. and Mrs. Jose Hermes Ceniza, Mr. Florencio M. Colagbang, Miss Evelyn Dagyo, Miss Josemie Soliva, Mr. Feloteo L.S. Sura, Mr. and Mrs. Ronmark Garganta, Mr. and Mrs. Danilo Gonzaga, Mr. and Mrs. May Rose Vergara, Mr. and Mrs. Marisol Pablo, Miss Irene Idaw, Mr. and Mrs. Ampalo Palen, Mrs. Mary Ann Lescano, Mr. and Mrs. Rachel Polvera, Mr. and Mrs. Adonis Rivera, Mr. J. Saba and Mrs. Lourdes Esteban, Mr. and Mrs. J. Fariscal, Mr. and Mrs. Johnny Austria, Mr. and Mrs. Joel Clavicilia, Mr. and Mrs. Antonio Del Oro, Mr. and Mrs. Mary Jo Gonzaga, Mr. Ruben Gonzaga and Miss Jennifer Benyas, Mr. and Mrs. Suzanne F. Huit, Mr. and Mrs. Margie Hanirol, Mr. and Mrs. Ernesto Mendoza, Mr. and Mrs. Nelia Ople, Mr. and Mrs. Mary Grace Orpilla, Miss Dominic Adriesa, Miss Annalyn R. De Gea, and Mr. and Mrs. Juan Torres. Nais ko pong iwanan ang quote para sa inyong lahat. The key to success is to focus on goals, not obstacles. Muli, mula sa aking puso, lubos po akong nagpapasalamat at buong pusong bumabati sa inyo. Congratulations! I am proud of you.